Barca make the first move for Martinez. Everton shock Lozano move. Jadon Sancho may stay. Man United missed an opportunity and a chance to round up all coming up in the next few minutes. As I'm your host, Matt Froelich, here with the Onefootballers, and this is the Daily News. First off, and apparently Barcelona are now willing to make an offer for Lautaro Martinez. The Inter Milan forward has been in fantastic form alongside Romelu Lukaku, as Antonio Conte's side have challenged for Serie A this season. But Barcelona are in desperate need of a new striker. If it wasn't clear in the last few weeks, Barcelona definitely really do need one, and with Luis Suarez injured and potentially heading into the decline stage in his career as he approaches mid-30s, it's probably a good idea they get someone else in. It's been so blatantly obvious that Barcelona have been panicking about Lionel Messi leaving and their post-Messi era, but really they need to start doing something now while the likes of Suarez are constantly injured, Griezmann is performing, and Dembele's injured as well. So apparently the offer for Lautaro Martinez is going to be 70 million plus Arturo Vidal plus Nelson Semedo. Don't get me wrong, I think Vidal is probably quite a good make-weight in this situation, as he doesn't really have much value elsewhere. I mean, if they were to sell him, they'd probably get a bit of money from China, but that's really about it. As for Semedo, maybe they get a little bit more, but again, no one's going to buy him outright, and that kind of deal isn't really going to be worth it for Barca. So, if they can use those two to negotiate the price down to around 70 million, I think they're getting a pretty good deal for Martinez. Moving on though, and to a rather unexpected story involving Chucky Lozano and Everton. Now, the Napoli star moved from PSV earlier in the summer when, surprise, surprise, now Everton manager Carlo Ancelotti was the manager of Napoli. Alongside this, it would just be a rather odd deal. So apparently one of the scouts from Everton has said that the club know what to do if they want to go ahead and sign the Mexican. This is reported to be a fee of around 50 to 60 million, despite the fact that the same scout said last week he's not so sure whether or not Lozano would actually be a good purchase. This is because despite the fact he did make a big money move, he hasn't really settled to life in Serie A. Yes, he had a brilliant season in Eredivisie, and before that in Mexico he was tearing it up. That's what got his move to Europe in the first place. Whether or not the deal will go through, obviously we'll have to wait until summer, but there is one more thing on Everton's side, and that is the fact that Everton's director of football, Marcel Brands, was the director of football at PSV when Lozano joined the club. So there's good relationships all over. There's definitely money for Everton to spend. Maybe this move don't just happen. I say it's a little bit weird because Lozano was linked with like Inter and also Barcelona and a few top clubs, and no disrespect to Everton, but they pumped a load of money into their team and they still can't get to the Europa League. Moving on though, and to Dortmund, where the chairman Hans-Joachim Watzke has said that Jadon Sancho potentially will be staying at the club. This is obviously completely against every single other rumour which has said he'll definitely be leaving, which has said that Manchester United, Man City, Barca, Real, Liverpool, everyone are willing to pay 150 million or more for the English wonder kid. So why does Watzke think he'll stay? Well, apparently they've got titles to win at Dortmund. It's not a case of them needing the money, and if Sancho is really happy at the club, then why is he going to leave? I think a lot of it will depend on the Champions League run for Dortmund and the Bundesliga run towards the end of this season. If they show that they really can compete, and the win over PSG did show that, and that they can go on and win titles in the next few years, there's no reason for Sancho to go. If they don't, they falter at the hurdle and it's same old, the big 3 or 4 clubs in the Champions League win it, who, by the way, do want Sancho, and Bayern Munich end up running away with the Bundesliga title, you can see Sancho wanting to move to further his career and basically to become one of the legends who wins all sorts of trophies. Anyway, talking of Manchester United, and someone that they did miss out on, even if they haven't actually missed out on Sancho just yet, is Gabriel Martinelli. Now, this literally just sums up United's transfer policy in the last few years. So, the Brazilian is doing fantastically well at Arsenal at the moment. He's got 10 goals in 25 appearances in all competitions this season at the age of 18. He's looked a real bright star for the Gunners and looks to be a massive part of their future. But Manchester United could have signed him, or at least signed a pre-contract agreement with him, any summer for the last 4 years in a row. So basically there was a deal agreement between Martinelli's club, Ituano, and Manchester United, saying that the young striker could go over on a trial basis to kind of get a feel for foreign football every single summer. And he did so for the past 4 years, and not at one point did United think, he's probably quite good, we should offer him a contract. Well, to be fair, Barcelona did the same thing, had him on a 2-week trial and turned him down as well. But I hardly think that in between that time and now, Martinelli's just suddenly become an amazing wonder kid. The potential was clearly there, and United failed to spot it. Anyway, he's at Arsenal now and doing pretty big things with the club. This includes being part of the Arsenal team that won 2-0 last night against Portsmouth in the FA Cup to make them the first team to be in the FA Cup quarter-finals. Of course, there were loads more games over the next few days, including Liverpool against Chelsea, Tottenham hosting Norwich, and Wayne Rooney returning to play his former club with Derby against Manchester United. So lastly but not least, we come to a quick roundup of the rest of the day's daily news, where first off, Danny Sturridge has been banned for 4 months from all footballing activity due to his part in a betting scandal. Elsewhere, and Charlie Taylor, the Burnley left-back, is reportedly a target for Leicester should they lose Ben Chilwell. Alex Telles, the Porto left-back, has not agreed a new deal with the club, which has alerted a few teams around Europe. And lastly but not least, Athletic Bilbao could be signing Gonzalo Higuain. Now, the club are notorious for only signing players with Basque heritage or who actually come from the Basque region, and due to Higuain's grandfather, he may just have a shot at signing for the club. So there you have it, that's all the day's daily news. Make sure you let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Whilst you're there, smash the like button and click here or here to check out all of the other videos we've got going on OneFootball. But until next time, I will see you guys later.